Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Na 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 na. Say goodbye. Peace, LeBron. Peace, Lakers. Yo. What up? It's your boy Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Tuesday morning. I'm feeling good. We made it through Monday. We got through it together. I'm feeling good. I'm rested. I'm ready to take on the week, man. I hope y'all are feeling good out there. All right, I got two lead stories. Actually, no, sorry, I got three lead stories. Look at us working hard over here at the Trent Out Loud podcast. I got three lead stories for you. We're going to talk about Beyonce. We're going to talk about a beef in Afro music. And then I have a story for you about plastic surgery. Then we got one story in quick news. We're going to talk about Ocho. Then we got speed news, Boosie, Bieber's wife, Stunna Girl, and Britney Spears. Then I got two questions of the day. And then, of course, we're going to close out with sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, devices, or your radios up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Blue Ivy Carter to star alongside her mother, Beyonce, in the new film Mufasa, the Lion King. Did I pronounce that right? Mufasa, the Lion King. All right. I'll read a little bit of the story to you. It looks like Beyonce is taking her talent back to Disney as she reprises her role as Nala in the new live-action prequel titled Mufasa, the Lion King. Her daughter, Blue Ivy Carter will also join her as a voice in the film as well. According to ABC News, the viewers will get to see Beyonce's voice. We'll get to see Beyonce. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. The viewers will get to see Beyonce voice the character of Nala once again. Her daughter Blue takes on the role of Kyra. I think it is Kiara, Kyra, the daughter of King Simba and Queen Nala. So, all right, yeah. So I guess she's really playing her kid, like as she is in real life. That's going to be easy for her. Barry Jenkins, who directed the film, spoke about the mother-daughter duo, saying, Beyonce is larger than life figure, but when she's in the room with her daughter, she's a mom first. So much of that energy bled into the film. The film is scheduled to hit theaters later this year. Yeah, that's actually super true, man. When you see Blue when she's with Beyonce and Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jay is more like I don't want to use the word friendly with her, but he's more kind of like playful, like bringing her on stage. He's like, yo, what's up, Blue? Oh, she's shy. Can't want to make her feel shy. But Beyonce is always in like mommy protect mode. And, you see Beyonce, you see it in her eyes. She like loves seeing and just viewing Blue, especially when she's with Jay. And you see her, I think, kind of like in awe of Blue, like how we are in awe of her. So like how we're watching her, she's watching Blue. And you can really see that dynamic between the two. And another thing that's really funny, side note, when you see Beyonce and Blue together, you're like, wow, Blue looks so much like Beyonce. But then when you see Blue with Jay, you're like, wow, she looks so much like Jay. So I really feel like she really like channels both her parents. So anyways, I'm a big fan of Lion King, which I'm sure most of you are out there. I remember actually going to see the live action. I think I saw it like at a drive-through for my birthday or something. Somebody brought me there. So this is going to be nice to see. I think they're calling it the prequel. So it's going to be nice to see this, and nice to see Beyonce working with Blue Ivy. I can't wait for it to come out. All right, in our second lead story, Wizkid and Davido take shots at each other on X. Side note, some people pronounce his name Davido, and some people pronounce his name David, depending on where you are or who you're speaking to. I saw him in an interview, and he said, "You can call me David or you can call me Davido." Anyways, that was my second side note for today. I'll try not to do that. Anyway, so this is for all my Afrobeats fans. Wizkid and Davido are taking shots at each other on Twitter. I am a big Afrobeats fan. I do not like to see this, but like I said a couple of days ago or last week, right now, when you're coming out with music or musicians, you need to beef with somebody. So I'm feeling this is probably what it is. Hip hop media people are beefing with each other. R&B guys are beefing with each other. Chris Brown and Quavo. Of course, we know Drake and Kendrick. I feel like this is probably what this is smelling like. So, all right, there's no story to it, really. The Shade Room just wrote, chill, not the two Afro beat kings going at it on X. Davido and Wizkid exchanged words on the internet. All right, I guess I'll read to you guys a little bit of the tweets. If anybody knows really what the heart of this that's going on, send me an email, trentoutloud@cfqr600.com, or get me on my socials. But Wizkid wrote, you and all your crew, plus your plant washer songwriter, got to sleep at night thinking you actually got anything on me in music. Wish y'all well. Okay. David wrote back and said, we're not delusional. You're a sick man. Okay. Then David wrote, that's what I thought. Nothing to say. Actually, why I stopped wasting my clout and jeopardizing my millions of USDs on endorsements on someone whose career was resurrected a few years ago just to die again next. What? And then Davido again wrote size 7 shoes, shopping at Foot Locker Kids. And then Wizkid said, I don't try. Anyways, I don't even know what he wrote there. I don't know what is going on in this beef. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be the one to get all the information and tell you guys, but I really don't know what's going on in this beef. All I know is that I love both these two artists, and I hope they work it out. Like I said, if anybody knows what's going on, please comment below on this video, send me an email, or get at me at any of my social media platforms at Trend Out Loud. Let me know. Yo, save Afro beats, man. Let's go. All right, in our third lead story, Goals plastic surgery accused of malpractice, botching patients, and being the subject of several medical board investigations. All right, I wanted to make sure that I put this, especially in the lead stories. I know there's a lot of you women out there that are always like, oh, I want to get lip injections. I want to get tummy tucks. I want to get plastic surgery. So listen to this story and think twice and think hard before you want to go and book that plastic surgery. All right, let me read some of this story to you. Goals plastic surgery made headlines in 2022 after a mother says her daughter, 25-year-old Samantha Santana, died after getting a BBL at one of their offices. Since then, the company has been rebranded by offering services to influencers and celebs and posting live videos of their operations to social media. Despite the rebranding, sources have alleged to us that it's all smoking mirrors. Goals plastic surgery has botched several patients, sources have claimed. Sources also made shocking claims about a doctor. They quote as saying, the doctor is high on drugs while completing surgery. That's why there are so many infections and people complaining that their bodies are not done properly. And it continues, they claim Goals improperly put patients to sleep without oxygen and provided alleged photos of several botched patients. The source went on to even provide several alleged documents from Georgia Compliance Medical Board where Goals plastic surgery was listed as as an investigation concerning its patients. We cannot confirm or deny these claims, but take a look at the attached photos and see for yourself. All right, there are photos attached to this story. I am not going to put them up. They're actually really disgusting and gross. I'm going to put one up that's blurred out, but I do not want my video like flagged and stuff on YouTube, so I'm not going to post that up. You guys can Google it if you want. First of all, why would you go to a plastic surgeon that their name is Goals Plastic Surgery? Like that's just horrible. I would never go to a place like that. And this is just more proof for those of you. I don't want to judge for anybody that wants to go get plastic surgery. Every time I talk about that, girls are always like, oh yeah, but I'm sure you follow a bunch of girls that have BBLs or implants or this or whatever, blah, blah. I'm not knocking anybody that has implants or does plastic surgery. Not at all. All I'm just saying is, A, you are beautiful how you are and you don't need it. But if you do need it and you do want to go and do it for your own self-esteem and for your own reasons, that's the most important thing. Do it for yourself, not for somebody else. But if you are, I always say, make sure you do extensive research, like deep dive, and make sure that you're not going to a place like Goals Plastic Surgery. I don't care if you hear about celebs or influencers. They'll do these things and get influencers and get celebs to get names. They'll do this stuff for free, and give all the attention to them. And then when they go and they do regular people, it's fast, quick jobs so that they could book 10 people for the day and make a quick buck. Look at reviews. And if they don't have reviews, don't go to them. So literally extensive research. Because like I just read in this article, a 25-year-old girl named Samantha Santana died from just trying to get a BBL. Imagine 25 years old and you lose your life just because you wanted to have a bigger butt. It's horrible. So please just pay attention out there. And like I said, if you're going to get plastic surgery, get it for yourself and for nobody else. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. All right, we have one lonely story in quick news today, and it is a debate. Chad Ocho Cinco shares his belief on dating women with children, and he asked the question, are you open to dating somebody who already has children? This is what Chad Ocho Cinco had to say. Take a listen.
I ain't dating you unless you got kids, because women with kids have structure. They have discipline because they have kids. You know, women that don't have kids, they never have snacks in the pantry. And women that don't have kids don't never have no food, Unc. And you know what they always want to do?
Go out and eat.
With no kids, always want to go out to eat.
Yo, when I saw this story, I actually thought it was actually like a real story and something that we could debate. But of course, it's Chad Ocho Cinco, so I should have realized that it was him just trolling and making a joke. But I don't know if we played this part in a clip, but he does say on a serious tip that he does like a woman with structure. So a woman that has kids has structure. And I understand what he's saying, that a woman who already has kids, you could tell, not that you could tell, but you're hoping that if she already has a child, you know, she has a job, she can take care of herself, she could take care of another human being. So she has responsibility, she has structure in her life, hopefully providing structure for that child. There's a couple of problems with that. A, if you're somebody who doesn't have kids like me, I feel like most guys that don't have kids more want to be with a woman who doesn't have kids so that you can experience that together for the first time. I have done both. I have dated women that have had kids and women who that haven't. It makes no difference. It's really for me, it's more about the baby daddy and the relationship that you have with the child's father. So that's first thing. Second of all, I think that you could find other elements in a woman's life to know if she has structure or not, and not just her having a child is the only way to find structure. There's a lot of other ways you could find out if a girl or if a woman will be a good mother and will have those structures with or without a child. I actually think it shows more that if somebody who's single and has structure, that it's actually that's more of a tell sign, because it's like she has structure just for herself and not just because she has to take care of another human. That's when you know you're really ultra responsible, if you're doing it really for self and not because you have to be forced. There's a lot of people who have had like not super disciplined lives and maybe not have, you know, been on the right path, and they have kids, and then when they have kids, now they're like, hey, I gotta find a job and be responsible or whatever. So anyways, this actually is a subject that should have been in like question of the day or something. But anyways, shout out to Chad Ocho Cinco on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp. You guys know I'm always trying to plug their show. So shout out to Chad and shout out to Ocho Cinco. And also let me know, guys out there, do you like dating women that have kids, or do you prefer to date women that do not have kids? Send me an email, trendoutloud@cfqr600.com. Comment below this video, or send me a message, any of my social media handles @TrentOutLoud. All right, this brings us to speed news. Ring my bell. Boosie Badass asks, does anybody know if there's a limit on the amount of fish you can catch? Boosie is clearly a certified fisher. He caught 142 fish. Yo, man, I love Boosie stories like this. This guy is pure comedy. Somebody please give Boosie a reality show or a podcast. Take a listen to this. For those of you who are not seeing this video, please go to my YouTube page @TrentOutLoud and check out this video. There's a bunch of fish like lying on the floor and stuff, and Boosie is just showing off the fish that he caught, and then he takes a picture with a sign that says 142. Listen to the video. Here it is.
Started at 8 o'clock this morning, ended at 6 o'clock. That's 140, boy. and I gave 2 to the kids.
That's 140, boy. Started at 8 o'clock this morning. I love Boosie, man. Yo, shout out to Boosie, man. Invite me over for some cooking. Yo, Boosie gets down, huh? I don't know if you guys follow Boosie on his Instagram. Well, he always getting kicked off of Instagram, so it's hard to follow Boosie because he has to have a new one every 2 weeks. But yo, Boosie could throw down in the kitchen, man. He doesn't play. But anyways, shout out to Boosie. All right, in our second speed story, Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber, drops a comment under his photo that he recently posted of himself crying. She posted underneath a pretty crier. I talked about this yesterday in episode 237, Monday's podcast. And like, I was just like, why is Justin posting a picture of himself crying? Like, or anybody posting a picture of themselves crying. I understand if you're making a video and you're talking about something and you start crying, but to take a picture, like be crying about something, take a picture of yourself and then post it on Instagram. And then to make matters worse, your wife posts underneath a pretty crier? Like, yo, what's going on, man? Like, I don't get some things sometimes on social media in Hollywood. It's crazy. Anyways, there's nothing really to the story. I just wanted to tell you guys, yesterday I thought the story was crazy, and it just got weirder and even more crazy. All right, in our third speed story, Stunna Girl addresses allegations after fan touches her inappropriately while performing on stage. All right, I spoke about this yesterday. Stunna Girl was on stage and a guy literally just smacked her and like took a grab of her butt on stage. Security rushed him and all of that. And now she is talking about it on her Instagram. Here's a clip.
I'm not a snitch. In reality, I really could have him in jail right now for sexual assault, but I ain't even put Brad in jail.
She's like, yeah, I ain't snitching. You know why she's not going to the cops? Because her security guard and her boyfriend beat his ass, and she knows that he will just literally countersue her. So I'm probably sure they were like, yo, I'm not going to put you in jail for sexual assault. Don't put my boyfriend and my security team in jail for beating you ass, and let's just call it a dub. You know what I mean? Like, that's for sure what happened. But anyways, that guy was wrong. And like I said yesterday, I totally agree with her boyfriend and her security guard. All right, in our fourth and final speed story, Britney Spears is reportedly in danger of going broke, sources say. I'll read to you guys a little bit of the story. It's no secret that Britney Spears has been living pretty freely since her conservatorship ended, but Brit may need someone to step in because sis is apparently burning through her coins. According to TMZ TV, sources told the site that Britney had about $60 million in the bank when her conservatorship ended, but that number has significantly dropped due to her excessive spending habits. She frequently visits the French Polynesia and stays at Bravado. She drops around $1 million on private jets, hotels, staff, etc. She goes away every month or two. We're told she also goes to Hawaii almost monthly by herself, taking a private jet, staying in a presidential suite at the Four Seasons, and dropping $350,000 per trip. Sources also told the site her mental health ... is completely dysfunctional. Her behavior is apparently up and down at this point, and it's shocking. This is really sad, man. See when all you guys were online by like, oh my gosh, free Britney Spears and get her out of her conservatorship. That's why she was in that conservatorship, because people were trying to save her money. And now she is literally almost going broke. Imagine having $60 million and it almost be gone and you're broke. And Britney Spears can't make that money back, man. Britney Spears can't go back on like a world tour and any of that stuff. Like, oh, feel bad for her, man. Anyways, hopefully somebody can get through to her and look out before she is completely broke. All right, my bad. I thought we had 4 speed stories, but we have 5. There was a mix-up on my list. So for the 5th and final quick story, security guard shot multiple times outside the house of the Weeknd's manager, Cashxo, in suspected home invasion attempt. All right, here's a little bit of the story. A security guard was left in critical condition after being shot multiple times outside of the house of the Weeknd's manager, Cashxo. Police say the shooting occurred during a suspected home invasion. As per Fox 11 LA, a security guard was shot multiple times outside of the multi-million-dollar home in Encino, California, which belongs to music executive Amir S. Valance, sorry if I'm pronouncing the last name wrong, who is better known as the Weeknd's manager, Cash. Cashxo, together with the Grammy Award-winning rapper, singer, songwriter, and his other co-manager, Sal, found XO Records in 2011. Okay, Fox 11 News reported that multiple 911 calls came in reporting shots fired near the 101 freeway and White Oak around 2:30 a.m. on Monday, April the 29th. One of the 911 calls came from the victim, who told operators that he had been shot multiple times by the guard shack. He further described the suspects as 3 armed men who wore hoodies and surgical masks. The men had made their way onto the $12 million property, which boasts 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, and a state-of-the-art security system. After the security guard was shot multiple times, the 3 suspects fled the scene. Upon arrival of the first responders, the security guard was transported to a local hospital in critical condition. According to police, the shooting victim was rushed into surgery. An update around 7 a.m. revealed that the security guard was expected to survive after the surgery. Police officials also revealed that at least 4 people were inside the home at the time of the shooting, and it is believed that the security guard who was shot multiple times was working for the Weeknd's manager, Cashxo. Investigators also have reasons to believe that the suspects were attempting a burglary or a home invasion. However, officials note that the suspects never made it inside the home before fleeing the scene. All right, so the reason why this is a story is people are speculating that this has something to do with Drake. That's what this speculation is. That you guys know the beef between Drake and The Weeknd that's been going on for years and years and years between their 2 record labels, XO and OVO Records. And Weeknd jumped on Future and Metro's album on the diss track to Drake, and people are saying this is Drake's retaliation. And because Drake never said anything actually on record, so people are saying that maybe this is Drake. I don't believe that that's true at all. I literally think that this is people just, coming to burglarize the house or to do a home invasion or whatever. This stuff happens in LA and Atlanta and not so much New York, but these places that have these like big, huge properties. This happens a lot of the time. It happened to DaBaby. He shot somebody on his property. So I don't really feel like this is Drake going at them. I think it's just people speculating, but who knows? I'll keep you up to date. All right, this brings us to question of the day. What would you do if you woke up and you were the only person in the world? All right, so the real Habutu wrote celebrate. Okay. Manny Solo said, going back to sleep because I'm only waking up early to get to work. That's hilarious. I am Casanita wrote, I'm grabbing all the money in case y'all decide to come back. Okay. Tesla Goat wrote, I'm jumping on the first flight to Dubai. Davida Wilson said, I would try to call my mom because what the F? What? Ox BJ03 said, find shelter, guns, food, medicine, and some dogs because I watched I Am Legend. That's actually really funny. Somebody wrote, honestly, I'd be freaking out because why is it just me? Tamika _82 wrote, cry because where are my kids? Somebody said, I really get on my knees and start crying. Somebody said I would get on Instagram and check the shade room to find out what's really going on. That is hilarious. That's a very good comment. Somebody wrote, I've seen SpongeBob. I'm hitting the banks just in case y'all decide to come back. It's hilarious. Oh, maybe that's where the other comment came from. The Phantom _1326 said, I'm rewriting the Bible and the beginning there was me and only me. Okay. Oh, this is really a good one. It's Bliss 82 wrote, scream out salmon with an L, salmon, because now nobody is around to tell me the L is silent. Yo, that's really good. That's a good one. Somebody said, cry and pray because I just know God wouldn't leave me behind like that. Miss Flawless _199 wrote, I'd walk around naked. I'll read one more or 2 more to you. Somebody wrote, lay back down, rub my feet together while trying to find something on Netflix. All right, I'll read one last one. Sly Fly McKay wrote, I'd be mad that all the P word is gone. All the women are gone. All right. That's a good one. All right. Let's go on to question number 2. All right. Our second question of the day it comes from Latto, actually. Latto said, y'all S-word, y'all doing number 2 in front of y'all man, or do you do like me and sneak downstairs? So, ladies, do you go to the bathroom in front of your man? Because Latto says she sneaks downstairs. Let's see what the comments have to say. Somebody said, I would go number 2 next to him, beside him, or behind him. I ain't hiding nothing, literally. Basket 82 wrote, my wife be open door with it, and I'm standing there talking to her right at the door. Jeremy Evans 83 said, I don't care how comfortable I get around my man. He not finna know I even take number 2 at all. What? Come on. I hate when people say that, man. James Jefferson NY wrote, been with mine for 15 years and not sure if she passes gas or not. Are you serious, man? That is crazy. Living_with_beauty wrote, yeah, I'm not doing a number 2 in front of no man at all. They love AMB said, he's not your man if you cannot get comfortable. I agree. I think you guys could tell where I'm leaning towards with this question. Somebody wrote, okay, this was a little bit long one, but I'll try to shorten it maybe. Intellect_Vixen said, yep, after 35 years together, nothing is off limits. I'm on the toilet and he's right in there brushing his teeth. How the F y'all gonna do life with someone sickness and in health? And that may include having to wipe or wash your spouse's butt. Y'all are tripping about this. All right, I agree with that. Let me put that right out there. Anyways, I'll reserve my answer till later. Somebody said, well, mermaid_vibe said, I am not pooing or passing gas in front of no man. My daddy raised a lady, not a heathen. Oh my gosh. I am Laura Monroe wrote, girls don't do number 2. What are you guys talking about? I've heard girls say that so many times. It's ridiculous. Missy Miss said, I don't even pass gas in front of my man. All right. Let me read one more. Baby be in the bathroom while I am there talking to her with no problems. Hold on, let me read this one. Somebody wrote something about Rihanna. Cola Love said, y'all just be posting anything about Rihanna on the internet. This could have been saved in the drafts. What? This has nothing to do with Rihanna. This is Latto who asked this. Anyways, I 100% believe that if you're in a relationship, if you guys live together, there should be no problems. I understand if a woman is like, hey, I don't want you, like in the room, but to be like, you have to go all the way downstairs, have to be in the basement. Like I said, if you're dating, okay, I get it. You guys don't know each other. But like that person said, if you guys are married, if you guys are living together, like that's the whole point of a relationship, right? You're supposed to be able to be close to that partner. Like you said, if somebody gets sick, if somebody needs your help or whatever, what about if you want to get old together when you're married? Like these things are common. So I 100% I'm a guy, so maybe I'm different, but 100% have no problem with that. And yes, if my girl didn't want to do those things, I would take offense. I would feel like we're not close enough, but that's just me. All right, that brings us to sports news. All right, I got 2 stories before I get too excited. Let's just talk Travis Kelce very quickly because the Lakers got eliminated, but hold on. All right, so Travis Kelce, my other team, Travis Kelce lands a new contract, making him the highest paid tight end in the NFL. Shout out to Travis Kelce. I knew he was not leaving Kansas City. I even seen Patrick Mahomes tweet out and he said, yo, I told you guys I was not going to lose him. I was not going to let him leave. Kansas City is going to be back better than ever next year. They're going through for a three-peat. They have a new wide receiver. I can't remember his name right now. Excuse me. They kept their everybody on their defense. They kept their O-line. Travis, Kansas City's back. But okay, that's done with Kansas City. Let's talk about the Lakers. Na 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 na. Say goodbye. Peace, LeBron. Peace, Lakers. Yo! Woo! The Lakers are out. They have been eliminated. They lost to the Denver Nuggets. Yo, in the past 2 years, it's been in the playoffs. Denver is 8-1 in the playoffs against the Lakers, man. That is really, really bad, yo. Out of 9 games, you only win 1, LeBron? Yo, let's go, man. Round of applause. Round of applause for the Denver Nuggets. Yo, Denver Nuggets is not my team. Just want to make that very clear to y'all. I am just a big LeBron hater, like I always have to say. This is just on the court. Off the court, LeBron's like my favorite player, the nicest guy ever. But, yo, just the GOAT conversation upsets me. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, greatest of all times, and Kobe is number 2. So I just got to, hate on LeBron every chance I get. But I love him deep down as a person. But, yo, he is out. This is a small stain on his legacy, not as bad as being swept twice in a row, but man, you lost 3-1. That's almost like getting swept by the same team. To be fair, putting the jokes aside, they did play a good game. They led again and lost the lead, which is so confusing. Even if you listen to all the analysts, it's like they led 72% of the game, of the series, but they still only won 1 game, so it's crazy. But at least it wasn't a blowout. I said yesterday that I hope at least that they come back with the same effort that they did in Game 4 on Saturday night. They played with effort. Last night, I will admit, they played with effort. They just couldn't keep their lead, which I still can't figure out why. But they did play a good game. They tried their best. The best just wasn't good enough. Shout out to Jamal Murray, my Canadian. What up? He won the game-winning shot again. 3 seconds left. He did it in Game 2 and in Game 5. That's 2 game winners for Jamal Murray. Shout out to Jamal. The question that I'm asking, and a lot of people are asking too, and this is on Lakers side of the thing, to be fair, Lakers called for when it was Antonio Davis, and Lakers were they were contesting a call. And in basketball, when you contest a call and you win, you still lose a timeout, which is crazy because in football, yes, it takes a timeout, but if you win the play that you're contesting, you don't lose your timeout. You get to keep your timeout. But Lakers contested a call. They won their call, but still lost their timeout. So when Jamal scored and there's 3 seconds left, LeBron got the ball back, but there was no timeout to advance the ball. So they had to run the ball all the way up the court. LeBron got it to like close to half court, passed it to somebody. Somebody took a wild circus shot. If they still would have had the timeout, they would have at least had 3 seconds, and it would have been at least a fair chance for them to tie up the game. Or I think maybe they would have actually maybe won the game. I don't remember if Denver was up by 1 or 2. But yeah, I think that rule should be changed. If you won a timeout, if you won a play challenge, if you win a challenge, that shouldn't cost you a timeout. The refs made a mistake. You're bringing it to the review center, and they're like, "Yo, sorry, my bad. We made a mistake. You won the call that you asked us to review. You should not lose a timeout for that." As much as I want Lakers to lose, I want them to lose fairly. So I really think that's a lot of BS. But here we are. LeBron's gone home. The Lakers are gone home. Yo, there's nothing else really exciting actually in the playoffs, to be honest with you. My Warriors are out. Jimmy Buckets is out but injured. Kawhi and the Clippers. Kawhi is out. Like, I guess in the West, I'll still maybe go for Clippers. But slowly, my new team in the West is Minnesota. And Edwards is crazy, calling him LeBron, Michael Jordan's son. I heard Stephen A. Smith said there was Michael Jordan, then Kobe Bryant, and then Antonio Edwards. That's huge. I mean, he is big out here. New face of the league. I still think John Morant should be the face of the league, but he's always up into trouble, so I don't know if they'll make him the face of the league. But Denver will be playing Minnesota, so I definitely know that is going to be a crazy, crazy series. Denver probably might edge it out. I mean, they just have more experience, but we'll see if all the hype about Ant Edwards is true, and we'll see if him and Minnesota can knock off the defending champions. But like I said last pod, first round was actually exciting. I digress. Last week I said it was boring. It was exciting. The Lakers at least made a little bit of a run. They tried their thing, and hey, they didn't make it. So shout out to the NBA. You're giving me something to watch at nights, man, keeping me up late. All right, that's it for me. I got to wrap up this show. I am done. Thank you very much for kicking it with me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I always have to remind you guys, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube or listening to this on podcast platforms, please try to check me out on CFQR600.com. Anywhere in the world, on any device, you can listen to the Try Out Loud podcast from 11 to 12 while enjoying and listening to some hip-hop and R&B 90s and 2000s. Tune in 11 to 12 weekdays. It's a great, great show. Vice versa, if you're listening to this on CFQR600.com or 600 AM in Montreal, and you can't always listen from 11 to 12, you might be in school, you have a class, you're talking on the phone, you got a meeting, Zoom meeting, whatever is going on, you can't always catch it on this show on the radio. Don't worry, we got you. You can always catch the show on demand on YouTube or on podcast platforms. Just search Trend Out Loud and the show will be there. All right, that's my time, man. Thanks for hanging with me. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's hump day, man. Yo, the weekend is close. I'm out. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud.